Is the AI going to think of new ideas? Is that what we want it for? Is there actually a goal for it in the minds of its human makers? In its own simulation of a mind? Did the useful tools that we have now, did their makers have a specific goal in making them? However a hammer was invented, and by whom, I doubt somebody was like, what does this do? Let's swing it around and find out. No, there was just a specific need to generate force from one's own arm. So a lever with a metal head was invented. Discovered? Was there an hammer on a platonic plane, one level removed from us? And someone with insight was able to pluck it from that realm into our own? And then humanity was gifted with the ability to drive objects harder into other objects. That's crazy. And presupposes that everything that's happened in scientific history is preordained and supposed to happen. There is no God of hammers. There is an inventive spirit and human creativity. So there's a clear process for, hey, there's a problem, let's solve it. Get on the mic and let the earth resolve it. Or whatever. Not knowing what a thing is for isn't necessarily a worse way to develop new ideas. That's art, for the hammer god's sake. But there's an awful lot that comes out of the tech world that's just like, is this anything? I think it's like people who tell you, I have a great idea for a movie. It's set in Croatia, and it's a musical. You can have it if you want to write it, but that's not the work. The idea is not the work. The thing that people can actually interact with is. It's why people don't actually write the movies themselves. Writing is hard. Finishing a thing is hard. But if you haven't figured out the implementation, you haven't finished it. Though the spirit of collaboration is a beautiful thing. Jack Dorsey threw Twitter at an unsuspecting South by Southwest and asked, is this anything? And a bunch of writers, comedians, and social justice warriors turned it into a playground that they lovingly called a trash fire, where occasionally bean dads were actually burned down to the ground. And then years later, another rich guy was like, I think freedom of speech means never hearing mean things about me specifically. Guys, I'm cool. And bought it out from under everyone and actually ruined the trash fire that was collaboratively made. So what's the incentive for the masses to collaborate with a profit-making entity? Don't give me a thing and ask, is this anything? It's not, and you know it's not. And for all the safeguards, you say it's imperative that your company follow. In this, the year of our hammer, 2024, I know you're going to abandon them as soon as they're not profitable. And one of the things you're not incentivized to safeguard is me and my ideas. Lucy, you can only pull the football away so many times, but Charlie Brown never walks away, does he?